You're not going to believe this. In the span of just 24 hours, the FBI has been purged, ICE has been defied, and the deep state just made its last desperate move. Agents fired, phones of sitting U.S. senators tapped, and while President Donald J. Trump's Justice Department is cleaning house, the mayor of Chicago is openly declaring war on federal law enforcement, signing an executive order that literally bans ICE from doing its job on city soil. It's crazy. You're watching a constitutional showdown play out in real time. Washington swamp rats are cornered, and they're turning on each other. Kash Patel just dropped the hammer. Dan Bongino warned that this was coming, and now the deep state's walls are closing in fast. This is not a coincidence. The ICE raid, the FBI raid, the ICE revolt, the shutdown panic that we're seeing, they're all connected. And by the end of today's video, you're going to see exactly how these events collide into what insiders are already calling the deep state's last stand. Now, stick with me, guys, because what you're about to hear, this is going to change everything about how you see everything that's happening in America right now. Hit the like button and subscribe. I want to go ahead and get into this. So it started with a bang outside the Hoover building. Kash Patel's memo went public, multiple FBI agents fired, and the Bureau's so-called CR-15 corruption squad gone overnight. Why? Because evidence confirmed that they were monitoring sitting U.S. senators, Republicans only, by the way. It wasn't just a rumor anymore. This was written in the Bureau's own audit. Phones tapped, emails logged, private calls intercepted, all of it under Joe Biden's watch. Now dragged into daylight by President Trump's new DOJ. Yeah, so the announcement hit Wall Street like a grenade. Reporters froze. Lawmakers, they started whispering left and right. You could feel it. The panic was spreading through every marble hallway in the facility. Years of denial collapsed in a single press statement. The FBI, once called independent, had become a political weapon, and now Trump's team was swinging the hammer to dismantle it. So here's where it gets even darker. Oh yeah, and it gets a whole lot darker from here. The operation was called Arctic Frost. This is an internal DOJ sweep, found a chain of data requests routed through backdoor surveillance warrants that never went before a FISA judge. Translation, they didn't even pretend to follow the law. Investigators traced this pattern to the same internal analytics group that handled the January 6th communications. Shocker, right? Gets worse. This proves the tap orders weren't isolated incidents. They were systematic. Okay? So, the scope? Well, more than a dozen Republican officials and staffers. Okay? Think about that. Spying on Republican lawmakers responsible for funding the agency that are doing the spying. That's not oversight. That is blackmail infrastructure. So when the findings reached the Attorney General's desk, President Trump's transition appointees ordered a full shutdown. That's when Kash Patel, the man overseeing the cleanup, decided enough was enough. In fact, the deep state's cover was gone and accountability had officially begun. So folks, this is unprecedented. I feel like if President Trump never became president, none of these